Good morning. Good morning and welcome to Module 3. This module is power-packed and holds so much beautiful feminine energy, and I'm super excited to dive into it. So you have received, or you have gotten out of your Kajabi account, your workbook number 3. And we are going to dive into that in just a moment. So make sure you have that printed out. Make sure that you are sitting comfortably. You have your water, you have your tea, whatever it is that makes you super comfy and cozy, and allow yourself to be in a place where you're sitting in tribe. You're sitting with your sisters, with all of your sisters. A place where this is a dedicated spot within your system where you come to commune with the divine, to be who you came to be, to grow, to shift, to change, and to be held by the Pachamama so sweetly. So getting yourself comfortable, getting yourself nice and organized, having your workbook, maybe a notepad, your journal, something to write with for notes, getting your media together. So turning on your phone on silent, turning off Facebook, turning off your calendar, all the things that would distract you from this time being in tribe with your sisters. And let's go ahead and place our intention. Dropping into your breath now. Taking a moment here to fill your physical body, this treasure that you have, this gift of this body, and fill her with prana. Fill her with the light that you are constantly surrounded by. Allow that energy to go deep into your belly, into your pelvic bowl, into your nest, as I tell my daughter. Allow it to go down into your legs. And just feel yourself and your roots from your root chakra growing and expanding and connecting even deeper with the Pachamama. Your energy field is limitless. And yet this body that we are in requires care. So here, give it the element of earth. Know that you are held in sacred space. You can go ahead and open your Viracocha and allow it to come down and around you. And it goes about a foot or two into the earth. Feel that stabilize you. feel the tribal circle that you are in. Just feel it. Feel a small circle first, and then realize that on the outside of that circle, we are held by another circle of sisters. And that just continues to replicate. Held by the ancestors, held by the medicine men and women, well, women who have come before us. Held by the Pachamama. Good. So as we get ready to place our intention, I want to say good morning to you. Good morning to all of the ladies who are on, and good morning to all of the ladies who will watch the replay here. You are held in sacred space. So once again, you are held in timelessness. So you are with us. We are all together. Go ahead and write in the chat a little hi, a little good morning, a little how are you. Just let everybody know that we are together here. Good morning, Victoria. Good morning, Marissa. Good morning. Be that morning star this morning. Okay. So for the next 90 minutes, we will be together. And let us place our intention for that time. Good morning, Leslie. And good morning to everyone else. And good morning to all of the ancestors who are coming to support us. This morning, I feel a very, very strong vibration of Mother Teresa, as well as Mother Mary. So know that these amazing, powerful, compassionate loves of the universe are here and supporting us. Compassion. Just pouring compassion into us. And so as we continue to allow ourselves to get even more comfortable in our position here, in our circle here, it's letting us settle in that this is our time. Let's place our intention to use this time to connect deeply to ourselves, to the earth, and to the element and the themes and the medicine and the power animals, to the direction of the West, and to the feminine family of archetypes. Placing our intention now that we will be carried through, that we can just bring our oars up and just allow ourselves to settle into our perfect boat here and just be carried downstream and shown exactly what it is that we need to see, feel exactly what it is that we need to feel. And allow our ride to be smooth and easy and gentle here for us today. Good. Good. And so let us embark on Module 3. So we have our workbook here, and turning to page 1, of course, is your overview. And so the direction, the element, the season, the portal, the gift, the power animal, the archetypes, everything is listed here. And I am leaving this to you ladies to bring this into your system. I am going to teach the pieces that I need to offer you, but so much is written here. You'll see that the reading in the audio recommendations in the overview on page 2, that there is another amazing list of books, resources, support, to just allow this work to blossom more for you. Each book has been selected because of its vibration, because of the work that it upholds, and because the place that we are working on in that module needs that type of support. You'll notice that in module 2, the language of archetypes by Carolyn Mace was recommended, but now in module 3, it is mandatory for you to listen to. It's a long one. It sure is. And it is another great work by Carolyn. You are in an immersion. This program, Calibrate for Self-Empowerment, is an immersion. And it is this beautiful dance of being coached into a deep place, and then having the tools to be in that deep place, to let it wash over you, to let yourself study it, to let yourself be informed by it. And that's what those daily practices are. And that's what those Sunday practices are. So moving even deeper into equipping you with appropriate skills is getting you a deeper understanding of the archetypes. And so in module 1, we worked on getting you to begin a dialogue with your healer archetype. In module 2, we worked on the beginning dialogue of your survival archetypes. And now in module 3, we are we're building. So we're putting these things together so that now you can approach module 3 and approach the practices that are in module 3 for you to be able to use your healer archetype, use your survival archetypes, and jump into the archetypes that we are studying in module 3 with a bigger view, with more skills. And you're no longer just familiarizing yourself, you're starting to really have conversations with them and starting to pay attention to the patterns in your life. You're catching yourself in maybe old posturing or old behaviors or old words that you would have positioned yourself in life. You're no longer doing that, or at least you're catching yourself doing it and allowing yourself to make a different choice. Archetypes are about power. And so studying power and how we either suck it out of ourselves or allow ourselves to have it is this beautiful dance. And to be able to understand what archetype is doing what and what its tendencies are is to give you a mental power, an emotional power to start to really navigate your life in a powerful way, or at least a conscious way, so that you are making conscious decisions to choose, to sabotage yourself, or to choose to be a victim, a light victim or a shadow victim. You get to choose that. You can no longer be in this place of it's someone else's fault. And Carolyn even talks about in the language of archetypes that, we can no longer be in this place of blaming anyone else. We can't blame our family. We can't blame our history. We now get to step into a place of standing in a power path where, you know what? No, I'm choosing to victimize myself. I'm choosing to sabotage myself. And as you'll see, as we move into the feminine family, you'll see where you're choosing to stand in a shadow attribute, and how that really disempowers you in your feminine family. And we'll get to that point. Okay. So, listening to the language of archetypes, you can get it on Audible. You can, there's a link through, of course, Books to Love on my website, for you to get it, and just let it wash over you. Take notes if you want, or, you just really let it wash over you right now so that you can really begin an even deeper understanding of what we're walking into. Okay, so moving on, I have taken out much of the beginning places of the workbook. We've printed them in both Module 1 and Module 2. And so you have them there for your reference. Of course, we have our Prayer for Creating Sacred Space insert, as well as your fire ceremony insert. And we will be, of course, doing a fire ceremony. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of information here, and I will bring you back to this. Let's move all the way to page 12. So I want to walk you through this a little bit. Okay, where to start? Starting at day 1, which of course is tomorrow or today, whatever floats your boat. Okay, you will see that there is a meditation that you will be doing throughout all of Module 3. The Adi Shakti meditation. And having page 12 open, if you could have page 9 open at the same time, you will see a write-up on the Adi Shakti meditation. I love that we have so many resources at our fingertips now at this time on the planet. The internet has connected us. That's exactly what it was supposed to do. It is an amazing web that we can use for our work here. And so I love to give you video examples. I love to give you visual examples. And so I have included a YouTube video here from an amazing woman who does beautiful work. And she's going to teach you this meditation. So your job, of course, is to sit in sacred space, to open your Viracocha, and to follow her instructions. The video, I believe, is 13 minutes, and she will walk you through that. Now, I wanted to give you a little bit of understanding about the Adi Shakti meditation. And so on page 9, one of her colleagues, actually, she has a beautiful write-up about this meditation and what its intention is. And so you'll see here, as we go through Module 3, that we are awakening the divine feminine. We are studying the feminine family. We are communing and dancing with Jaguar, and we are meditating and making and chanting in the divine feminine. So all of Module 3 is divine feminine based. So reading through page 9, you'll notice that there is a interpretation of the chant. And so what they have here is just beautiful. And as you chant this, I want you to be thinking of these concepts. So Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Adi Shakti, Namo, Namo is I bow to the primal power, right? So bowing to that place of just power, because you come from it. Your highest self is made of it. And you have incarnated into this beautiful treasure, this beautiful gift, this physical body, this flower of the earth. as power. And if we allow ourselves to bow, we allow ourselves to give reverence, we allow ourselves to give acknowledgement. Both of those pieces are the medicine of the element that we are studying, which is metal. And using that that tool of acknowledgement, that tool of bowing in all of these pieces. So the next one is, I bow to all encompassing power and energy, right? Bowing, acknowledging. I acknowledge that you're there. I acknowledge that I am that. And I acknowledge that I am that in this amazing, beautiful gift that I have incarnated into once again. And then the next line is, I bow to that which God creates. And so putting yourself into that place of reverence and acknowledgement of, I bow to that. I acknowledge that it exists. I acknowledge that it is me. I acknowledge that it is in me. Remember, you are the creator creating and witnessing creation, right? Okay. And then the last line, the Kundalini Mata Shakti. I bow to the creative power of the Kundalini, the divine mother power, right? So in that meditation, you will be invoking these powers. You will be invoking the medicine of metal. You will be invoking the medicine of the West, which is the direction that we are working with here. And you are invoking Jaguar. You're invoking that beautiful medicine, which we will get to. Okay. And so there's lots here for you to read over, but read through this, give yourself a sense of what it is that we are invoking here, what it is that we are chanting and bringing into our systems. And then go ahead and go to that YouTube address, and maybe you want to, just watch for the first couple minutes and then start back at the beginning, and then and get back and get into it. You'll be holding your arms like this. She'll walk you through the whole thing, so don't even worry about it. And it's just beautiful. Okay, so there's nothing more that I really can say about that because it's all right here. And so this is on you to go ahead and check that out. Okay, so moving on to the Jaguar Journaling and the Dance of Grace. I wanted to put some sort of dance into our module, because I feel like that's what we are doing. We are constantly dancing this dance of the 5 elements, moving around those, in and out of those elements. We're constantly dancing in and out of light and shadow of our archetypes, our archetypes that we are conscious of, as well as the archetypes that we're not conscious of, which would technically be archetypes in shadow. But that just means that you're not conscious of their work just yet. Okay, so in this Jaguar journaling, you are going to draw upon the flame. So you're going to sit with a candle in front of you. Here's my candle. And so you're going to go through the Adi Shakti meditation. You can light the candle before if you want, but I close my eyes in meditation and doing chanting. So it's totally up to you. If you feel safe and comfortable, great. Or if you want to light the candle after, that's totally cool. So sitting with the candle in front of you, and it says, draw upon the flame. That means allow yourself, of course, with your Viracocha open in sacred space, fully grounded, allowing yourself to honor, right? Recognition here. Honor and acknowledge the power of the flame, and see how that power can dance. And so you're going to draw upon the flame. You're going to just bring that light into you. You're going to use that power and you're going to ask the spirit of Jaguar to bring her power and fearlessness. So you're using the path of flame, the path of fire, to access Jaguar. So when we do the sacred fire, the fire ceremony, the fire is a place of transformation, a place of change. So it's a place where it's a portal, really, so that you can access power there. So in this flame in front of you, you go ahead and access Jaguar. So you place the intention of accessing Jaguar. And so asking the Jaguar here, so you would say, you would get into that space and you would feel what that feels like for you. And every time you go in, as you know, with every practice, every time you go in, you can go in deeper. Allowing yourself to access Jaguar, and then you're going to speak as the Jaguar, right? You're going to feel the Jaguar power come over you. Now, you're going to need some information about Jaguar so that you can sense and feel this with some guidance. So you'll see on page 7 and 8. Nope. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, and 8. Yes, good. So 4 through 8. There are 2 write-ups about Jaguar that I just love. One is by Ina Wolcott. She does amazing shamanic work, amazing shamanic write-ups for the totems. I've been following her for a couple years now, and she does an amazing job. And then the second is one of my teachers, which is Alberto Villoldo. And, he has spent so much time in the Amazon jungle that he has, lived in the Jaguar kingdom. So for him to write about Jaguar and for him to go into some extensive information about some shamanic work that happens when we work with Jaguar is really a cool write-up. So he'll talk about, this state where Jaguar is stuck up in a tree. So of course it's symbology, but it's symbolically getting you to understand this place of being pulled off the earth and stuck up in a place of fearfulness, right? So when the Jaguar is up in the tree, it means that we need to remind our hearts to come down and to lay softly on the earth. We need to remind our bodies, remind our second chakra, that one-to-one relationship place, to commune with the Pachamama and allow her to hold you. I say allow all the time because we need to remember and we need to truly understand that it is our choice to step into these places of fearlessness, of feeling held and loved and nurtured. It doesn't just come over us all the time. We need to give it permission, right? We need to give it permission. And as we step more into the consciousness of our evolution, we give conscious permission to allow these energies to come and be with us and to help us and to support us and guide us. This is why we place intention, because we bring in that place. We bring in those supporters. Okay. So after you read through the Jaguar medicine, so of course you're going to be reading through Jaguar medicine, both of those articles, and you're going to be reading through the Adi Shakti information before you get to even these practices. But once you do that, then you have some construct about this. So moving back here into as the Jaguar. So you drew upon the flame, drew upon that transformational power to allow you to bring Jaguar in and to allow her to sit in your system. call her Otarango, mother, sister, jaguar. And she will come in with some power, boy, if you let her, for sure. So you're going to speak as the jaguar here. Just fake it till you make it. This is what one of my teachers, Linda Fitch, would say. Fake it till you make it. Because what you're doing is you're actually using the law of attraction to step into something, to choose to feel it first, which means you draw it in, right? Okay. So choose to feel what you imagine the power of the jaguar would be. But make sure you read over the write-ups so you have some understanding of that. And you're going to want to go back to those write-ups as you continue to do these practices day after day so that you can continue to get deeper and deeper into that. Okay. All right. Take a little drink here. So, as the jaguar, speak with the women who come into your meditation and those of your feminine family, such as the damsel, princess, and goddess. So, this brings us back to the Adi Shakti meditation. When you are in that meditation, you will absolutely see a goddess. It just happens. See, feel, sense. You will be pulled towards the goddess. You will be pulled towards the sacred feminine. If you allow yourself. After you go through and do the chanting, the 13-minute chant, you're going to hold that space, draw upon the flame, shift into jaguar space, and then speak. We want to use the power of jaguar so that we can shapeshift, so that we have the courage to stand and speak to the goddess, to stand and speak to the mother, to stand and speak to the queen, the princess, the damsel, whoever comes in that meditation. And then, as you continue to speak and dialogue with these archetypes, with these energies, you're going to begin to realize that what is coming to you is a part of the law of attraction. You are pulling in the vibration of your archetypal energies. So as jaguar, you begin to pull in your own archetypes. As doing the Adi Shakti meditation, you get to pull in a goddess that resonates with you, right? Okay. These have, there's that resonance is what pulls in, right? So that's law of attraction. That's that resonance that pulls in. So if you automatically resonate, you automatically have the goddess Lakshmi with you. Guess who you're going to see? If you automatically have the queen archetype, guess who you're going to see, right? So you're not just pulling in some random archetype, some random vision of goddess. You're actually resonating with your own archetypes. So this can get a little dizzying, so just stay with me here, okay? Using the power of jaguar, you're going to ask these archetypes, what are the gifts and power they offer you? So if you're unclear on what they are, who they are, what they stand for, ask. Are you the mother? Are you the goddess? Which goddess? What kind of affinity do you have as a goddess? Are you the princess? Are you the damsel? Are you the queen? Okay. And we'll go more into those archetypes in just a couple minutes. Okay. So using the jaguar power, ask these archetypes what are the gifts and power that they offer you. Ask for specific situations when they have shown themselves, both light and shadow expressions in your life. You're going to see both. You want to see both. You want to be able to get a full expression of these archetypes. So since you're doing this on day 1, which is tomorrow, you're just getting your feet wet into the big picture of the feminine family. Okay. As you move into Sunday, you go through the journey, you do this again, right? Getting your feet a little bit more wet, getting, those kinks out, getting yourself to understand the concept. Then you do the Sunday, the continued Sunday work, and that brings you more information about the archetypes. So understand that this is a gradual process on purpose. You're not being thrown what the Jaguar medicine is, what the Adi Shakti medicine is, what the archetypes are all at one time, and then asked to work with them. You're getting in there slowly and surely. Okay, so there's no reason to be frustrated or, why isn't this first? Why don't I have all of this information first? You need just some time to get comfortable with these things, a little bit at a time. So it gives you twice to be able to get in there and do this Jaguar Journaling and Dance of Grace before you really undertake the full experience of the feminine family. Okay, so this will give you some information to start with. Great place to start. Okay, and now with the courage of the Jaguar, ask to be shown guidance on how to use the power of these archetypes to fuel your journey. Journal upon your experience and instructions given. So, as you can imagine, this experience will only go deeper and deeper as the days go on and you continue to dialogue, you continue to chant the Adi Shakti, you continue to sit as Jaguar, you continue to understand these different feminine family archetypes. So just let that begin to grow. This is all a big, beautiful, blossoming process. Okay, so let me check in with you ladies. How we doing? Go ahead and write in the chat, doing good. If you have any questions, you can post them now and I will answer them at the end. You can post them now just so you don't forget. Everybody doing good? Good, good, Marissa, awesome. Everybody else staying with me? I know that some of these processes and practices can seem a little confusing, but once you, page it, okay, thank you. But once you get to that, once you get the practice down, you will see that it is, that it builds upon itself, okay? Okay, great, good. Everybody's good. Okay, good. Wonderful. Okay, let's keep going. We're doing wonderful here. My dog is having a party outside right now. Okay, so journal upon your experience and instructions given. Just sit with it. Just sit with it and listen and write. You're going to get some instruction that you have no idea what to do with for the first, couple times you go into, or maybe you'll get nothing. It's just a part of getting in there, getting acquainted, and getting comfortable, okay? Just be okay with whatever happens, okay? It's trust. Okay, and then, of course, our dream intention. So the video here at the bottom, it says, for further clarification, do the Abraham Hicks video, do this before bed. It's a nighttime process. So there's a video there. Really all that video is, or audio is really instructing you on is to get yourself in the vortex before you go to sleep. Like Abraham, like Esther says, if you go to sleep in the vortex, you wake up in the vortex. Okay. Just to a little sidebar, when you are experiencing all of this work. And if there are some gaps in the understanding of law of attraction, vortex, the importance of emotions, the importance of fake it till you make it first, go ahead and go to the recommended reading of The Law of Attraction by Esther and Jerry Hicks, as well as The Astonishing Power of Emotions by Esther and Jerry Hicks. Both of them will walk you through the power that we're drawing upon to be able to manifest what it is that we are manifesting here. Okay, little side note. Okay, so we're deepening our dream preparation by allowing ourselves to write our dream interpretation or in our dream intention. So maybe in this module, your dream intention will be around the acknowledgement place. You know, maybe asking what needs to be acknowledged in my system. What archetypes need my acknowledgement that are just running rampant somewhere and they need me to just acknowledge them? Usually the victim needs acknowledgement, right? Because she continues to feel like a victim because no one is acknowledging what she has been through, right? And she just hangs on to that weight. Good Lord. I know it well. So maybe she, your victim, needs some acknowledgement. Maybe a good dream intention would be, show me which archetype, show me what place in my life, show me where I need to have reverence for my walk, where I need to have a respectful honoring and gratitude for my walk, where I'm not having it, where I need to have it, where I'm missing a very, very beautiful and important, not lesson, opportunity for growth right now. Another wonderful dream intention that I have been using a lot lately is what needs rest? What needs acknowledgement, but what needs rest, right? Being in Sedona, I was reminded of something that I noticed back in 2007 when my husband and I hiked the Grand Canyon, which was just a wonderful gift. When, you know, it's so open and the sun is just shining on those beautiful rocks, there's no shade. You know, there are some trees and some lovely places, but there's not a lot of shade. And so the gift is the cloud. And in the element of metal, the portal into transformation is the cloud. I often see the cloud as, you know, something that gives a reprieve, a shelter, a time out, a rest. And so my dream intention has been lately, show me what needs rest. Show me how to rest. Show me how to rest without judgment, without shame, guilt, resentment. Show me how to do that. It is so important for us to take the time to dare and to be and to grow. But at the same time, we have to remember not to hurry and to smell the roses and to rest. Okay, so your dream intention will be exactly what it is that you need to pull in. So go ahead and pull that in, as well as give the appreciation before you go into sleep. And so the instructions are, after writing your dream intention of what you want from your dream time, settle into bed and cite all the simple things, remember, simple things around you that you appreciate as you drift off to sleep. So there's a reason why it's the simple things, because you don't want there to be really any emotional or mental reaction other than gratitude, other than appreciation. So appreciation for your super comfy pillow, right? Appreciation for, this is always mine, appreciation for the comfy sanctuary that I have in my bedroom. Appreciation for the window that I have right there to just be able to see the clouds float by, and just the beautiful colors of the sky at different places of the day. So just a beautiful appreciation, just something very, very simple, so that you're not getting into a mind place, you're not getting into an emotional place. Yeah. Okay. Very, very simple. Okay, so allow that to be the practice as you drift off to sleep, so that you are in the vortex, you are in that place of beauty and appreciation, so that when you wake up, you're right there. Okay, all right. So moving on to page 13. So the Sunday morning journey. So on Sunday, we will be going to the middle world to meet the Lord of the middle world. His name is Quetzalcoatl. And there's a whole write-up here about it's a myth, right? Of course, just like every great teaching, it's just trying to get you the idea and the essence of the energy that is there. Quetzalcoatl is an amazing ally. And on Sunday, I can't wait to share that with you. So I will hold that till Sunday. So stay tuned for that one. All right. So we're going to be doing a sisterhood exchange again. So many of you ladies did such an amazing job with connecting with your sisters and just hitting it off, loving them and being with them, and just doing great work. So continue to do that with each other. Continue to create that tribe. That's what you're doing. I want you to know that us working with your healer archetype, your survival archetypes, your feminine archetypes, is all allowing us to come into right relationship, Aini, with this place within ourselves, so that we can trust ourselves to be a sister to someone else. And once we complete that circuit, it is a complete circuit when you are able to be with a sister, and one to be the sacred listener and one to be the sharer, right? Both holding a sacred space for each other at one time or another. You complete a circuitry of communication. You complete a unification that actually happens in your heart center, and you feel it. You feel great after you talk to someone like that, right? Someone that you are meeting in a different plane than maybe you have met them before. Maybe you have only had relationships with women that have felt hard and heavy, and have always had this tentative dance of, can I trust them? Am I enough? Am I being enough? Do they like me? I mean, this thing we torture ourselves with as women, and to be in a sacred sisterhood means we don't do that anymore. We don't have to do that anymore, because we trust ourselves. We trust that the words that come out of our mouth are held with integrity. We trust that our hearts and minds are in a place of heaven and earth, that we are that place between heaven and earth, and that we are holding beautiful boundaries, that we're not going to take things personally, that we're going to align ourselves with our integrity and have that beautiful cohesiveness of self, so that when we meet the other person, you are both whole. You don't need anything from them, but to complete that circuit with the other person just absolutely creates bliss and joy. You feel different when you connect with a friend. You do. It elevates you. when you're able to show up and they're able to show up. And so moving into another round of sisterhood exchanges, 2 again, is just going to allow you to get that circuit completed again and again and again, and to offer that to your sister as well. Okay. So I hope you're super excited about it. I'm excited for you. And you're going to be bringing even bigger medicine into that space. Okay. All right. Wonderful. So, of course, you're going to be completing the first session by day 7. It is the same organization system as in module 2. So I gave you the calendar so that you can try to follow along as best as you can to get all of these practices into the 20 days of module 3. Okay, so once again, I will leave you to check out the roles and responsibilities. I believe these pages are actually incorrect. I will need to look at that. All right. So moving on to the salt baths. Allowing yourself to do this once a week will truly, truly help you to move the energy that is being brought up. And so taking the time to do it for yourself is self-care, is self-love. Doing it once or doing it a couple times a week is even better. But for here, I ask you only do it once a week. But if you want to do it more than once a week, rock that. I sure do. Okay. And then, of course, the sand painting on day 7. Okay. And all of that information is in your workbook. I do not need to walk you through it. You have the ability to walk yourself through that. Okay. You ladies are amazing, and you do not need me to do that for you. Okay. So day 2 continue. Just make sure I get this in the right spot. Yep. On page 18, day 2, it says meet the feminine family. All right. And so just like the other modules, you are sitting with these archetypes and you are going through the write-ups that have been attached here. You have a little write-up from Carolyn about the feminine family of archetypes. Then you have a write-up on the queen or the empress, the goddess, the mother, also known as the matriarch, mother nature, parent, working mother. Carolyn goes into some of the mothers that are in the language of archetypes, but the mother archetype continues to expand. So just feel that, see that, get into that. And then the damsel, and there's 2 pages on the damsel because the damsel and the princess are so prevalent in our society. And so many of us carry one at least. And that we need to have some conversations with her. Okay. All right. Here we go. And and one quick thing, the goddess archetype. Carolyn even talks about this. Every woman has to get yourself to converse with her, to see what kind of goddess she is, what her skills are, what her affinities are, what her principles are, what her totems are, what she stands for, is only going to give you some serious, powerful information on things that you have in your life to call upon. You are a goddess. You have a goddess. Now you got to figure out which kind, what type, what do you have? What's it about? Right? Okay. That is your job. And I cannot wait to hear what kind of goddesses you are. Okay. So moving forward, we did the mother, damsel, princess. Once you read damsel and princess, everybody's going to go, oh my God, I can't believe that's in my system. Or, oh my God, that's been in my system forever and I have not had a word for it. Or, oh my gosh, she sucks the life out of me. it is all good work. It is all here for us to become conscious of. Okay. Carolyn says this 1,000 times. It is not about perfection. This is not about perfection. You are not understanding. You are not creating. You are not going through any of this to perfect anything. You're just doing it to become conscious, to be able to hold your power well, to be able to create the destiny that you have the ability to create if you just had consciousness and the power to use it. Okay, so you're going to meet your damsel. You're going to meet your princess. Maybe, hopefully you don't have both. If you do, still doable. And you are going to have some serious conversations with her. And you are going to discover things like, holy crap, I've been doing that all of my life. And it has always disempowered me. Remember the always, right? I have always done that. And I now can see the pattern. And I now choose fill in the blank. That's power. Okay. So no resistance here, just understanding and moving forward. Okay. And then of course the virgin, monk or nun, that one's really interesting. Okay. So allowing yourself to go through, to read all of those write-ups. And now your intention to begin a dialogue with these archetypes, to know how they are working in your life, know how they're working in your life now, how they have contributed to your past, and what needs to shift within them to create a new story for your future, right? You're engaging their power. Okay. So now your journal inquiry, of course, read through the feminine family, interview and explore their role in your life by answering these questions. Which patterns of the feminine family archetypes can I most identify with and have seen over and over in my life? Remember, you're looking for the always. You're looking for the always, right? I don't feel that I have always had the mother archetype until I was the mother. And that is totally normal because we have 3 stages of building our archetypes. I have always had the damsel in distress. Always. She's always been in there. Let's see. And I have always felt the goddess in me. Always. Just I needed to make communication with her. Good. So that does not mean that I have to have a virgin, right? And that does not mean that I have to have all of the feminine family. Those are just the ones that I have seen in my life. Now, that does not mean that when my 3rd level of archetypes is being built, you know, in the years to come, that I won't take on the virgin, the nun, the monk. You never know. So just be with what you know now, what you have seen in the past. Okay, good. All right. So asking these questions. Okay. And now of the goddess archetype, this is where I want you to really get juicy with your work. Of the goddess archetype. We're doing good on time. Every woman has one. Like I said, which do you have any indication? Okay. Of which goddess in history you most identify with and why. To take this deeper, research goddesses for domain, affinities, totems that you feel most drawn to. Okay. There is one little lady who I have the opportunity to watch grow up. She is a girlfriend's daughter. And ever since I met her, she was a big energy. And you wouldn't know it until you have conversations with her. She has an affinity for owls. She loves owls. And I have seen her power in there forever. So once I started to put together the pieces, that's the goddess Athena in this kid. She stands for justice, right? And so every time I see her, I look for it because I want her to have that vibration. She already has it, I want her to have that vibration recognized so that it can come more forth and fully within her life. And that means that it gets to grow within our community as well. So doing this for yourself is amazing. Doing this for the little ladies around you, your daughters, your granddaughters, your nieces, your neighbors, being able to see that is power, is you being able, your goddess being able to recognize another goddess. So get that information. And I want to see it. I want to see it on our Facebook chat. I want to see who you are, who you know you are, and let that come out, right? I stand for this. I've always stood for this. I have always loved bees, right? That's me. And that's just who I am. I want to see your queens. I want to see your goddesses. So let that come out for you. Marissa, I'm so glad that you are loving this. Thank you. Everyone else loving this? Feeling good? Ready to touch your goddess? Ready to bring it out into the world? And as well as bring it out in the people around you, the women around you? This is good work. You are healing big schisms here. Good. I'm glad everyone is loving this. Okay. So we're doing good on time. Let's keep moving forward. All right. So, okay. Continue to journal and dialogue upon these archetypes through the module, answering the questions. How do you empower me? So this is something that you are going to continue to come back to in your Adi Shakti meditation. You're going to be talking with these archetypes. You're going to be talking with every one of these to figure out and to get the information of how, what do you have? How do I see you? How have you always been in my life? What is it that you need? What kind of power and gifts that you bring me? All of this. And then do some research and find out, oh, wow, that's the goddess Lakshmi. Oh, wow, that's Kali. Kali is amazing. Kali, destroyer of illusions. Big power. And when someone has a big fight, when someone has something that they feel really strong about to right a wrong in the world, that is the mother power, that is the Kali power, right? So see these ladies in your life, feel them, engage them, and bring, once again, let's go back to metal, bring the reverence for them, the honor, the respect, and the gratitude. Bring the acknowledgement. I see you. I feel you. Come, inform me. Bring yourself from a place of shadow to light with these feminine powers. You have them. Let's use them. Okay, great. Okay, so that moves us to, let's see here, page 14. Okay. So just a couple polishings here so that you can get even deeper into these practices. Okay, good. Let's see, page 14. All right, a little bit more about the Sisterhood Exchange. So in the last Sisterhood Exchange, you were only accessing the principles of the South, right? The non-attachment, the non-judgment, the non-suffering, and the walk in beauty. So I have given you the principles of all four directions here. And so before you move into your Sisterhood Exchange, and I will tell you in a moment what exactly you're going to be exchanging on, you want to read these over. And as you call in the four directions, right? As you call in and create sacred space, I want you to feel these. So when you face the South, feel the non-judgment. And what does that feel like in your heart? To me, it feels like compassion. Feel the non-attachment. That feels like a gift. Feel the non-suffering. That feels like power to me. And feel the walk in beauty. That feels like the Pachamama, right? And so just feel these places that each one of the directions holds, which actually is symbolizing the walk around the 5 elements in each one of these directions. The rabbit hole just continues to go deeper and deeper. And then to the west, integrity, selecting your battles, no back doors or booby traps, not for yourself or for anyone else, and being totally negotiable and yet completely uncompromising. I love that. And you'll be able to understand and feel what that feels like as you step more into embodying Jaguar medicine. Jaguar has the ability to shapeshift, which means it can negotiate what it's wearing. Sure. You want me to wear that? Yeah, no problem. Sure. You want me to move here? Yeah, no problem. I can bring my power there. Yeah. But at no point will her power be compromised. She will not give it away. She will not sabotage it. She will not allow it to be victimized. And she will not suck any of the life force out of herself to give it away. So she will not prostitute herself, right? You see that? And so she upholds herself with the highest of integrity. Good. And then to the north, which we will be studying in module 4. So the north is about simplicity and the beginner's mind. So being in that place of curiosity, living consequently, right? So knowing that in the law of attraction, you're going to get what you are attracting. Yeah, that's what that's about. So whatever you are rolling around inside of you, guess what? You're going to get more of it. Invisibility, to be able to just be the void, to be able to just be the fly on the wall. It's really okay to just be able to stand still and watch and witness. And so having that not knowing mind, that place of, yeah, well, I'm not totally sure. I've done this type of meditation before. I've done this type of work before. I've talked to my goddess before, but maybe this time will be different. Maybe, I might open to something different. The times are different. It's 2016. You never know. Okay. And then of course to the east, which is actually where we started in the spring, that place of stillness, surrender to our becoming, awareness, and transcendence. All beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, so let's just hop around here so that you get a complete understanding of what you're doing. Page 17, once again, like I said, this is your ideal schedule for this work. So doing your daily work. Then on Sundays, you go through, you do the journey, you do the all the work that's set out for you for the Sunday. And then you get into your archetypal work there. Great. On Sunday, you also contact your buddy. You set up you schedule your 2 sessions. Then you have a window there to get that in. And then by next Friday, so a week from today, you're going to do your sand painting again. Okay. So the sand painting, we're going to hop around here. The sand painting, let's move to page 10. So much of what you're doing in the sand painting is the same, right? Because the methodology is the same. But you will see, let's see, maybe it's not on page 10. Hold on now. Right, okay. In the sand painting, you are working with your feminine archetypes. You are collecting burnables, you're collecting whatever it is that you want in your sand painting. Of course, you're following instructions and making the sacred circle and the spirit circle and calling in the directions, open your Viracocha, you're using your breath to blow into those items, and you're creating a sand painting again. In the sand painting, you are putting the pieces, the pieces that have come to you in the work that you will be doing from tomorrow to next Friday, which means any information that you are getting from your healer archetype, any information that you are getting from your survival archetypes, and any information, beginning information, experience that you are getting from your feminine family as you sit with them and do the Adi Shakti as well as the Jaguar dance. So whatever pieces need to be moved, say you come head to head with your damsel in distress. Holy crap, what do I do with her? You blow her into the pine cone, you blow her into the stick, you blow her into something that it goes into your sand painting for now the earth to move and work with, okay? Side note, some of you might have noticed if you did not get a chance to burn the burnables from your sand painting quick enough after you close that sand painting, things start to get heavy. Your work, there's a part of your energy that is in that stuff. You're in that work. So do yourself a favor and stay with the schedule, the idea schedule, as much as possible so that you close it and you make a fire. You get it done. Let the transformational fire do the work for you. So you're not trudging around going, I don't feel so good. Oh, I'm tired. Believe me, been there, done that. I've seen it 1,000 times. And the shamans will tell you every time, did you do your fire? Have you done a fire? Were you in the middle of some work? What's happening, right? Where are you getting stuck? And that's where a lot of people get stuck. So don't let yourself get stuck there. Okay. So in the sand painting, you are working with the archetypes that are coming online. You are working with the information that you have, and anything that needs to move between the archetypes that we have began to work with, the healer, the survival family, and the feminine family. Whoever needs work, whoever needs shifting, bring it in there. Bring it in there, create it, bring it in there, and start to work with it. Okay, good. Let's see. And then, of course, you're going to do your fire ceremony that next week. Then you're going to do your buddy session, right? Your second buddy session. And then you are going to alter. So you're going to update, you're going to alter the altar. You're going to update the altar to your higher self, okay? Wherever it is great. Whatever makes you feel good. I like to have mine outside, like I've said before, and I bring different things there. Maybe, you begin to feed that altar different things every day, every couple days with new fresh flowers, or, an offering of an apple, or an offering of, something that's burning, something that's beautiful and clearing the air. Maybe you bring some rocks and crystals and different things. You're feeding this connection to yourself. You're feeding this place of self-empowerment, right? That's what this is for. And so anything that comes up for you around building an altar to your higher self, blow that into something and put it in your sand painting. Okay? Let that work. Let that do its job. Going out there every day, couple times a day, sit with it, be with it, opening your Viracocha again. Sacred space is open for that time that it's out there, and sit with it. Whatever needs to move it. Whatever needs to be taken out is done with. Give it gratitude, thank you, and make your burnables pile on the side. Begin to use this as a processing place, because that's exactly what it's for. Okay? All right. Okay. Let's just see if there's anything else that I'm missing. We are doing good on time. How's everybody? Write me a little bit. Give your legs a stretch. You're doing great. You guys are absolute rock stars. Jaguar medicine is off the chain. Once you begin to form a relationship with Jaguar, oh boy, you will be fueled. You will be fueled with this this power, this, oh wow, I stand in the center of so much power. Look at this mother, look at this sister, look at this connection, look at this goddess, look at this queen that I have. Oh my goodness. Look at this damsel, that I am no longer standing in distress and I don't need the night. I am the power that stands here. She is no longer in shadow. You're going to love this work. Beautiful, beautiful work. Okay. Let's see. Sand painting, fire ceremony. Good. And then Sunday, we will be together again and we will be talking to Quetzalcoatl. We're going to go through and talk a little bit more about the feminine family on Sunday as well. But for right now, read through if you get a chance. Hopefully you'll get a chance. And begin to get acquainted with this work by starting today or tomorrow, technically, on these practices. Okay, so that feels really good. That feels complete. We are doing great on time here. Okay, so I'm going to take any questions. If anybody saw anything that needed to be changed or pointed out in the workbook, go ahead and give me any feedback that you have, or if you have any questions, you're not sure about a particular piece and how it fits into everything or whatever it is, now is your time to ask, of course. Okay, so Guru Ganesh Singh, album Pure Ganesh, is Victoria's is talking about these beautiful goddesses, and Leslie is citing that there is an Adi Shakti. Yep, absolutely. Lots of people sing the Adi Shakti, and I do like lots of different ones. And of course, I can't ever pronounce her name, but she is lovely and beautiful and amazing. Yes, the Adi Shakti song. Yes, I love it. Victoria, did you have a question about that, or were you just citing that you love that? Looks like you worked out your printing problem. Okay, cool. This is amazing work that you ladies are doing. This is empowering work. This is for you to see where you suck your power out, and where you now have an opportunity to bring it back online. Okay. So I really hope that you take these practices into your a place of reverence. And doing the Adi Shakti meditation, the another aspect of the element of metal is sacred words. And so when we do the chants and when we do the invocations, and when we use the words to bring in power, to bring in Aini and balance, we are bringing ourselves nourishment. We are bringing ourselves a higher vibration. We are taking care of ourselves. We are honoring ourselves with a place of having enough self-esteem to take care of ourselves, and allowing that self-esteem to grow as we continue to take care of ourselves. Okay. So last chance for any questions, my loves. I just love that we have this opportunity to be together. I'm super excited for you to start this work. And so I guess we don't have any questions. So I want to leave you with two things of inspiration here that I posted recently, but I want to read them to you. If there was ever a time to dare to make a difference, to embark on something worth doing, it is now. And that, I'm told that it's unknown. I don't know if we actually do know who wrote that. But I love that. Let's take that into our systems. Now is the time. We are in module 3 of self-empowerment. The middle place of everything is always the hardest. And so if we pull our oars up and just continue to follow the practices, Continue to follow the goddesses. Continue to follow the light that the universe carries us on. Then we will be able to continue to move forward, right? Because it will carry us. And then I will leave you with something by Walter Hagen. Don't hurry, don't worry, and be sure to smell the flowers along the way. So you are the flower. You are this beautiful blossoming dahlia. And when dahlias bloom, they go a little bit at a time and close a little bit, a little bit at a time and close a little bit, a little bit at a time and close a little bit until they are fully bloomed. So see yourself as a beautiful flower, taking the time that you need to take to blossom and then go inward and figure out, how does that feel? What do I know now? What are the gifts here? What doesn't serve me? What do I need to let go of to be able to open one more time, to open again? You're taking on all of the medicine that we have already walked through. You're taking on the medicine of the sprout, the medicine of that high eagle perspective. You're taking on the medicine of the south, the medicine of the summer, that heart medicine, that place of good boundaries, good solid boundaries, so that you never allow yourself to sabotage yourself. You never allow yourself to victimize yourself. You never allow yourself to prostitute yourself. And that you understand what child or children archetypes are within you, so that you know how to use them. And you know how to use them in the best possible way to bring joy and playfulness into your life, right? Rather than a resistance and not being able to grow into adulthood. And then now we are in the place of the West, the place of that big power jaguar. She's no longer up in the tree. She rules this jungle. Bring her down. Let her feel the earth and feel the power here and feel the safety here that she allows. And allow that to be in this beautiful gift, in this flower that you are in. You are in a female body. There's nothing more sacred. There's nothing more beautiful. Allow yourself to hold it. We are all on this path of discovery. We're all on this path of learning what it is that we have and learning our treasures. And so before I go, I will leave you with a Goddess Lakshmi chant that we have been doing. And so Marissa and Tony know this well. And so this is something that we have been chanting for a little while now, and we will be chanting till the end of the summer. And I just love this. And Lakshmi asks us to chant, I honor myself and my gifts. I open to receive abundance, overflowing prosperity, money, and all forms of treasure. This is your treasure. I have on multiple necklaces because these are treasures that my husband gave me, that I want to treasure, that I want to remember, all of the different treasures. Allow your archetypes and your feminine family to be a treasure for you, a treasure trove. Open it, look at it, see it, feel it, use it, find the power in all of these gifts. Okay. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being the brave souls, the brave women, warriors that step out of this place of suffering, this place of confusion, this place of darkness, and into the light of who you are, into the light of your universe, into bringing the light of this benevolent, beautiful place into you and allowing it to amplify out. The Lakshmi's chant one more time, Victoria asks. Okay, are you ready? I honor myself and my gifts. I open to receive abundance, overflowing prosperity, money, and all forms of treasure. All forms of treasure. You are a treasure. People around you are a treasure. Be a treasure to yourself. Be a treasure to the world that you're in. Okay. I love you. I send deep Mother Teresa, Mother Mary compassion to you. That is who is with us. Good. Okay, so now closing your Viracocha. And bringing that energy down and through you and into the earth, the gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, all that have come to be with us and to share with us. Continue to inform us of our beauty, of our gifts, of our treasures, of our greatness on this amazing journey. We thank you for your support. We thank you for your magic. Mother, Sister Jaguar, thank you. Thank you for coming to bring your power. And we ask that you continue to be with us, to show us, to guide us, so that we can resonate at your vibration and to feel your powerfulness, to feel your fearlessness, to feel your courage. And I thank you. I thank you to all the sisters here. Deep bow.